Hey everybody, Raziel here, coming back at you with another Smite God build for the Xbox One, or any platform for that matter. This week we are bringing to the table Ravana, Demon King of Lanka, for patch 4.4. He fills the role of warrior for the Hindu pantheon, and is a backhanding, bitch-slapping, face-palming, aggressive as all hell god Kiai. This video is intended for those just starting out playing Ravana, those who need a refresher with the god, or those who think that it will be an easy laning phase against Ravana until boom, slapped in the face, rooted in place, bicycle kicked in the head, and you panic real quick and run into your jungle, only to be jumped on from Rava and beat upside the head, and now you dead. We'll start out with his abilities, or kit as I call them, then go over the relics and item builds, and finish off with ability combos and fighting scenarios. Now I have a little bit of a cold this week, so please bear with me if I get all nasally and everything else. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. I'm on the tail end of the cold. Also, this god was a viewers or subscribers request. So I apologize if you're watching this now for it taking so long to get to this, but I had to wait until the warrior was in rotation in order to do that. I hope you enjoy, and it's as fun as it was when you watched the Osiris video. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for future Smite guides. Also feel free to leave a comment below requesting any future gods or just to say hello for the hell of it. Also, I've set up a clan on Xbox One called Victis and is open to anyone to join if they like. Now let's get to those abilities, bitches. Before we get started, I have to go over a little housekeeping that I have for every video. I play with the Savage layout on Xbox One, which may look different from what you're playing with. Also, PS4 has different buttons, and the PC and Mac have a different UI altogether. So as such, from now on I'll be calling out his abilities as 1, 2, 3, and 4, with the 1 ability all the way to the left, and the 4, or ultimate, being all the way to the right. Hopefully this clears up any possible confusion later on in the video. Let's do this. Get rid of those numbers that need to be updated. Anyhow, let me just turn this up just in case. Alright. It's windy also behind me, or outside, so hopefully you don't hear the wind so bad, but it's freaking ridiculous. Anyway, passive. Let's get into this. Chain of Blows. It's self-buff, and every successful basic attack and ability against an enemy adds to Ravana's combo chain. Now, you're going to hear me say Ravana because that's how it's pronounced, even though it looks like Ravana. It's Ravana, okay? Yeah, to the point. Each time his chain reaches 8, he receives a shield equal to 5% of his maximum health. This may stack up to 3 times. Almost said 5. 3 times, which means you hit a minion or a god a total of 24 times, you get 15% shield on top of your health. And if you got more health, you're going to get more of a shield. I forget what his original passive was, but I think his original passive did more damage to his one. I think this one kind of balanced it out. It works out for what he does. As you can see, his passive meter over to the left there, you can kind of see some heads there, and once we get to the later in the video, when I actually start attacking someone, when the Odin squared there, those will start to fill up and you'll see the passive meter gain as it goes. His one ability is called Prana Onslaught. It's a cone, and he throws a powerful punch, although it looks more like a palm slap, I can't remember, projecting his prana with it to damage and slow enemies in front of him. Okay, this is going to be his main damage dealing ability, at least what I do. Now, if his passive kind of, denotes that he's going to be more of an auto attack ability, a basic attack god, more so than a ability based god, and I kind of agree with that, except for his one here, which I usually spam as much as I can if I'm going against a god specifically, because it builds those stacks in his passive with basic attacks. This does 300 damage at max rank. Same slow duration and percentage at all ranks, and it does 80% of your physical power, so that's not too shabby. His 2 is called Overhead Kick. It's a line ability. He does like a backflip bicycle kick, as I mentioned earlier, and it looks like a ball essentially goes with him, but he performs a high kick, sending a shockwave, I guess that's the shockwave, not a ball, forward, damaging all enemies in a line, and increases his movement speed and renders him CC immune and damage immune for a short duration. Okay, We'll go over that last line in a moment here. So it does 210 damage at max rank, plus an additional 70% of his physical power. That's not too bad. It increases his speed for 50% for almost a second. All right, the movement speed, not really relevant. It might help you out, it might not. What really is crucial in this ability is the CC and damage immunity. Essentially, it's an aegis and a purification beads. I don't have a pop filter yet, so I apologize. In one ability. Okay, just think about that for a second. You don't need to buy. Well, when we go over the items, I'll still probably buy beads, but you don't need to buy beads. You just hit his 2 when you need to. Like Ares has got you. You hit the 2, similar to Jibalanke's 3, I think, which gives him CC immunity for short duration. You can use this, and Chang'e as well. You can use this to get out of the pulled aspect of Ares' ultimate. Right there. That will get you out of it. Just chew on that a little bit. His 3 is called 10-handed. No, just 10-hand Shadow Fist, not handed. It's a line ability as well. He flies forward, damaging and passing through minions. Oh, okay. He doesn't. His fists do. Okay. That's a very misleading description. Anyway, passing through minions and damage and rooting the first god it hits. He heals for each enemy hit, and with maximum damage sources of 1 god and up to 3 minions. So he can damage, or he can heal himself for 3 minions and a god. So 3 to 4, depending on how you throw this ability out. Damage does 260 at max rank, plus 55% of his physical power. Now, this is not going to be your damage dealing ability. This is a sustain ability and initiation and chase ability. Oh, what the? Did my Elgato freeze? Alright, so I reset the Elgato here, so hopefully it's not going to do that again, at least not while I'm recording. So, where was I? This ability is not going to be his damage dealing ability. It's going to be a sustain, it's going to be a initiation, a chase ability, and is the root is what makes his key. I mean, the heal is great too, because definitely early game it will also additionally keep him in lane longer than, say, if he was an Odin or something like that, or going against an anyway, if you're using an Odin. His ultimate is called Mystic Rush. It's not a rush, it's a leap. He leaps into the air towards a target location, damaging all enemy gods within a radius. The centermost god is then linked to Ravana, doing full damage to him while all other gods do reduced damage. So, what this means is we're in a team fight, right? And you jump and you hit all 5 gods, the one in the most center is going to do full damage to him. So I mean, it's like pretty essentially he didn't get hit. All other gods outside don't do reduced damage to him. So it's kind of like you're debuffing everybody else except the guy you leap upon. But you leap upon that guy, you do 450 damage at max rank, plus 100% of your physical power. The damage reduction is 60% at max rank, and it lasts for 5 seconds. Now, this is kind of confusing, but pretty much you want to leap on as many gods as you want, and just beat the crap out of the one that's linked to you quickly, and then just turn on everyone else, kind of thing. So that's his kit. Hopefully, we're not going to have any more of those little hiccups, whatever. So now that I'm befuddled, let's kind of segue into his item build and whatnot. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so I had to reset my computer. Hopefully the Elgato doesn't freeze again, so I can actually get through this video. Having a cold is enough of a pain in the ass, but let's go, shall we? Excuse me. So I'm going to go over his Conquest builds and a Joust build, but with every video I say this, these builds are situational, based upon what your team and your enemy team has for team composition, for what God's using, everything else. There should be some core items that primarily he can use, and then you can switch up other things as you see fit, and as future patches change notes as well. I mean items as well. So let's just get into this before shit happens again. I apologize if I'm rushing. So we're gonna go over some Conquest and then some Joust after that. So for the relics, more times than not, I mean, if you're playing Conquest, you're gonna be using him in the solo lane. Warriors tend to be in the solo lane, but he can also be used in the jungle, I would say, as well. I probably wouldn't use him as support, so it'd either be a solo or a jungle. For solo, I would definitely pick up a teleport glyph or purification beads if you're not too worried about losing the little bit of poke against your tower and everything else. Again, sorry with the pop filter. I'm trying not to speak directly into the mic, but I want you to hear me as well. So if I hit those P's and it hurts your ears, I'm sorry, guys. Keep hitting those views and everything else, and maybe I can get enough ad revenue to get the pop filter. That's a shameless plug. So let's just move on. So teleport glyph is probably what you're gonna want to get. It's that way at some point you can get back to the lane quickly, sooner rather than later. Now after that, I would definitely pick up purification beads or an aegis, depending on what they have for a team comp. I mean, yes, your 3, I believe, no, his 2 gives him that CC and damage immunity for almost a second, but that could be on cooldown. So this will just give you that little bit of extra, sustainability from crowd control, like an Ares ult or something of that nature. A Ymir freeze, Ymir freeze. Your 2 won't work against the Ymir freeze because you'll be frozen, essentially. So, hit that up if you want to get an Aegis. If they got a Neith or a Vulcan or something like that, a Zeus. Get the Aegis instead, but I'm going to just put purification beads in here. Now if you go and running Joust, the beads and the Aegis are probably still good choices. I would probably run Sunder or Heavenly Wings, maybe, depending on what they have, but definitely probably Sunder and an Aegis or beads. That's it for the relics. No matter what, you can go with Bluestone Pendant. Or, now I don't see, probably not that often, you could go with Death Toll. I used to run Death Toll last season. Right now, Bluestone Pendant is what they want because it gives you that MP5. It gives you a little extra mana, and it gives you 15 power. Now, I think it only gives you 10 power and some health, but it gives you regeneration of 8 health and 3 mana. So this right here is situational, depending on how you play. Most people are going to lean towards right now the Bluestone Pendant because it'll help you get that lane clear that much easier early game. He's going to need 2 abilities essentially, maybe even 3 to clear the lane to level 5 or so. So he's going to be mana dependent, definitely. So Bluestone Pendant, that extra 30 damage per ability will work out nicely. You pop your 3, wait 2 seconds, so you pop your 1, and that will help you clear the wave. But Death Toll also helps out too because it'll help you sustain health-wise and mana-wise. So again, completely up to you. And that's for both Joust and Conquest, which of these starter items you want. Now, if you're running in the jungle, you probably want Boomba's Mask. Boomba's Mask or Death Toll is what you'd want to pick up for the passive of, the restoration on clearing jungle camps. Excuse me. So after that, you're going to want to go into Warrior Tabi or Tabby, whatever. Now, some people might think to go into the attack speed boots, but, you don't really need to. He's somewhat fast as it is, but, the scaling with 80%, 70%, and 100% scaling on his 3 of his abilities, you're going to want that extra power. I know it's not a lot when you look at it. It's 20. I think it's the mage boots that don't differ that much in magical power, but you want Warrior Tabi for that extra, hard hitting, gut punch kind of thing. After that, we're going to go into Breastplate of Valor. Because you're going to be in the solo lane more times than not, or you're going to be in the jungle, which is also usually a physical god, and you might be swinging over the solo lane, etc. So you're going to want the 65 physical protection, the extra mana, more MP5. So if you include this, plus if you went Bluestone, that's 15 mana per 5 seconds and a 20% cooldown reduction. So this item, if you played Smite before, this is a staple item. You're going to pick this up. After that, you're going to want to go an item which usually doesn't see much play in most of my builds, but Frostbound Hammer. It will keep them in front of you with the passive here. And, you know, it's 25 physical power. Not a lot of physical. There's a lot of more hard-hitting items out there. 300 health, but it's the passive that you really want with this. Enemies hit with your basic attacks, which is going to be a lot, have their movement speed reduced by 30, and their attack speed reduced by 15 for the next 1.25 seconds. And this refreshes. It doesn't say it lasts for whatever. I mean, it refreshes. So you keep hitting them, it's going to refresh. It's going to refresh until for some reason you stop hitting them. Excuse me. And then they'll gain their stuff back. This will keep them in front of you so you can keep hitting them with your one, etc., etc. Now after this, I'd say these are your core items, your 3 core items here. After this, you know, this is where you can diverge a little bit. Now, if you are getting pooped on, they have a, you know, more magical than physical gods. You may want to go and pick up, here it is, a Bulwark of Hope. What's this one here? Spectral Armor. That's physical protection as well. Now, a Bulwark of Hope probably would be a good one. Maybe a Pestilence if they have a lot of healers. It'll give you magical protection, more health. This gives you CC reduction. And it also gives you an extra shield if you get below 30% health. Now, this is because as a warrior in the solo lane, you're going to be frontlining a lot. Even if you're jungling, you're going to be frontlining a lot. Now, if you're jungling, though, I would go more damage build. Maybe more of a Joust build that I'm going to go over in a little bit. Because most likely, hopefully, you're going to have another frontliner already, maybe another warrior or a guardian in the solo lane or something like that nature. But you can pick up a Bulwark of Hope if you want, or you could go where is it? Mantle of Discord. Doesn't see much love this season, I think, but it is definitely up there because it gives you 60 physical and magical protection, and it gives you a more cooldown reduction. Plus the passive, if you go below 30%, instead of getting a shield, it sends out a shockwave, which is great in a team fight, or great if you're trying to peel off of a team fight, etc., etc. I'd say if they have more magical gods more physical than magical, maybe go this route. You know, make you that much more tankier against those physical gods, or the Bulwark if they got more magical. I'm gonna throw this in there because I kind of lean towards this more than Bulwark. People like Bulwark. I'd rather have the Shockwave or whatever. In the last item, you know, if you don't pick it up sooner, where is it? It's on the recommended. Kin Size. Kin Size is great. It works well with, you know, Frostbound Hammer as well because it increases your attack speed. It also gives you 40 power, which again not the hugest or the largest spike out there, but it deals 4% of their maximum health on attack. Now, this is only the first attack speed one you're going with here, so you can hit fast, but not like super fast. But Kin Size is always great. Now, when you go Kin Size, usually I don't go crit, so there's another, you know, go with a Fatalis potentially. Fatalis is great because now they have penetration in it for your last item. And it gives you attack speed and movement speed. So this conjunction with the Frostbound Hammer might make it able to just do that much more chunk. Or you can even maybe just go with an Aussie because it'll give you that little bit extra sustain. If you had a Death's Toll, you're going to lose that sustain. So an Aussie would work as well. I think I would probably pick up an Aussie. You know, again, it's not going to give you any extra power, but it's going to increase your speed and penetration, and it gives you lifesteal. This will help you sustain in the lane. Additionally, I mean, the kin size really is just going to chunk them down, especially if they're a tanky team. The kin size is great against tankier enemies. So, yeah. An Aussie and a kin size, still not a bad build. There may be other people who would maybe go with the Wind Demon here, but with crit, I usually don't build crit that much when I go kin size because I think it's counterintuitive. The amount of chunk you're going to get with kin size kind of negates the stuff you get with the crit and everything else. So this item build will get you going, I think, in Conquest. Now, for Joust, I don't know why my voice went crazy like that. Actually, we'll just sell them all. You could go with, I'd probably suggest definitely going a Death Toll, unless you're confident in your ability to keep sustained with his 3. But I would probably put a Death Toll in there to keep you going a little bit. Then back into Warriors, Tabi, Breastplate of Valor, Frostbound Hammer. This would be probably your Joust core items, and then after this, you could probably switch it up a lot. You could go into probably a Jotun's because it gives you cooldown reduction, penetration, and more physical power. At this point, in conjunction with the Breastplate of Valor, your cooldown is capped, so your abilities will be going a lot quicker. After this, kin size, you know. Where do I put it? Kin size. And then if you sell this, you can go again into Aussie or even into Titan's Bane. Gives you power and an additional physical pen. I'd probably still go into Aussie just because you get, physical pen here, and this is sustain. So it's not that much different than the Conquest build. You don't really get a magical defense item. You could throw Mantle of Discord in there instead of Breastplate of Valor because it does have cooldown reduction as well. You could throw Genji's Guard if they're all magical or something like that. But this item build will do it for you. The relics, I'd definitely go Sunder instead of Teleport. You're not going to need that in Joust. Also, probably Sunder if you're jungling in Conquest. So that was kind of quick. It's all like about 13 minutes long. Let's just get into those combo builds and wrap this video up, shall we, bitch? Yeah. So now we're gonna go over his fighting scenarios and combos and stuff. Oh, look at that, how fast I am right there. So I've still got the Joust build up there. So this might do a little more damage than the Conquest build. So we're over here at Odin Squared, and you can see now my passive meter stacking up. And we just got 1 shield stack. We just got 2 shield stacks, and then boom, 3 shield stacks. And I guess it'll continue and increase, but it doesn't go past 3. So yeah, that'll keep going. Got a nice little green glow and these heads floating around my waist. That means I am stacked. Watch out, bitches. Now, as you can see, with this item build here, I still hit pretty damn fast. I mean, look at how fast that freaking punch is going. So as one is a cone. It's a pretty large cone. So if you're able to kind of group up the lane and get him in this cone, you're gonna hit him for a lot. And that's that. And you can see the slow little meter down there. And it's actually up again already. So this is why it's going to be essentially a 5-second cooldown with this build. Be doing a lot of that damage. Because it refreshes so quick, you can spam it. There's 2, and you can see that, I guess that ball, that sphere, is the shockwave. I'm going to do a kick in the air. I'm going to have the CC immune, little glow, and then I can move some kind of fast, so let's just do it. There it is. And I also hit him for 312 there. Now this here is the Shadow Fist, or whatever the hell is it called? Yeah, 10 hand Shadow Fist, although there's only 3 hands shown. It's got a pretty good length. And this, if there was minions here, it would pass through the minions and it would heal me off of 3 minions. Now when they redid his kit, late season 2, early season 3, I don't recall, whatever. This hit on every single minion. So the entire wave, you hit this ability and you'd be freaking topped off like no problem. It was so overpowered. And when they reworked his kit, he became so overpowered, which is good because for most of season 2, I believe, he was just like nobody was picking him. He was just horrible. I had to master him still because I have every god mastered. But I still enjoyed playing him. He was fun, but he just didn't do that much damage. I got a lot of assists, not a lot of kills, you know, kind of thing. Anyway, you throw this out, boom, and roots him in place, and it would have healed me if I was had taken some damage. And I was alt. As you can see, there's the radius. If you hit him and on any gods within that radius, excuse me, it will damage them. Now, without hitting that, I can actually jump over the wall. Now I can't see where he is, so we're gonna jump over here. Woo! Then I still got him. Okay, hit, boom, 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 boom. Okay, I kind of did a combo there without even actually talking about it. But as you can see, I used the ult as an initiation in that case. If you're jungling, you would probably do it that way. You'd have eyes on him from your solo laner, say, or you know, your dual lane, even your mid lane, and you would initiate with hitting him with that, doing that damage, and just unloading your kit and probably melting their health bar pretty damn quick. Now, another combo, if your ult's down, if you don't, whoops, really, come on. Today is the video of everything going wrong. Okay, apparently it paused. That's a new feature. All right. I lost my train of thought. We're going to keep it in the video, though, so enjoy that faux pas or mess up. I don't know. I'm freaking sick. If you don't want to use your ultimate, you want to keep that ultimate for a chase ability kind of thing. If they're running away, because you know you still got some. They run around the corner, you can still leap in on them, etc., etc. I would just walk up to them and just hit them through prana. You know, they try getting away. Oh, you root them in place there. Oh, you know, just do that for a little initiation. Oh, prana's back up again. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. I mean, they're gonna have frostbound hammer slowing them down. You're gonna be a little bit faster with your Aussie, I think it is. Oh no, if you went Aussie doesn't give you speed. If you went Fatalis instead, oh Fatalis, I mean you'd be freaking dancing all over this bitch. So, you know, you can initiate with your 3, root them in place, and just go ham on them right here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, they're trying to run away. Oh, you hit them with that, and you get them. Or you know, Vulcan's ulting, you pop that. Oh, Prana's back up. Boom. You know, the Prana also slows, so it's good. Where's my mana? Come back here. There it is. So. You can initiate with his 3, you can initiate with his ult, you can initiate with his 1. I would not initiate with his 2 because that just, it doesn't do that. Well, it does 70% scaling, but I usually reserve the 2 for an out, you know. Oh, Ares has got a chain on me. Pop my 2, I'm out. Ares has got an ult on me, pop my 2, I'm out. Vulcan's ulting, pop my 2, I'm out. You know? Oh, I'm diving the tower. I'm about to die. Push my 2, I'm out. Was I saying alt my 2? Push my 2, I'm out. You know? Damn, this cold is messing with me. So, his 2 is probably, you know, I would consider it more of a save all. I mean, I have used it on occasion if I just can't catch up to him, and I just pop that and just get that little bit extra close to him. If that, you know, if the shockwave didn't kill him, which I've killed him on the shockwave before, and I've laughed so loud that little ability could kill it. What the? Excuse me, could kill a god. It was amusing as all hell. I did laugh out loud to myself, maybe to my party mates. But you know, his 1 is going to be his damage. His 1 and his 3 are his wave clear. His 2 I just save for an oh shit, get out of jail free card if my aegis and or purification beads are down. And his ultimate is an initiation or chase tool. I never really use it mid-fight. I only use it to secure a kill or to set up a kill. Period. So let's do that combo again, alright? We're going to initiate. Actually, you know what? We're going to come up. Root. Boom. I actually didn't need to do that, but I did anyhow. And then, oh, they're trying to run away. That Odin's it. Oh, chase that bitch down. Prana assault him out. Go. Ooh, doggy. I don't know why I went that ham, but his Prana assault is up like so quick. Now, I am throwing his 2 into the combos. You can do it. It does do a good chunk of damage, as you can see. But I usually reserve it for not. So, you know, initiate Prana assault. Just keep on their friggin' ass. Oh, they're trying to do an ability on me. Maybe I'd pop the 2, but I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna do this with Prana assault. Prana assault. Okay, he popped an ability on me. Prana assault. Again, Prana assault. Root bitch, die. That would be your thought process in your head. I don't know if you'd actually want to keep saying that. Anyway, I hope the combos, you know, weren't too confusing and just me spouting shit out. The order in which you want to rank his abilities are twofold. You can either start with his 1 or his 3. I would suggest his 1 because it does the most damage, has the smallest cooldown, and it's going to be your most factoring ability. You could go with his 3 if you want that little bit extra sustain to stay in the lane. I mean, if you go Death Toll, you're probably definitely going to be good with just his 1. You going with what's the word I'm looking for? Bluestone Pendant, maybe his 3 because it's going to hit more minions potentially than just his 1. So it's up to you. It's how you want to do that. Definitely, though, I would go his 1, his 3, his 2, and his 4 whenever it is up. And that's the order I would rank up his abilities. So, sorry for any technical difficulties I had, any just ramblings, and what the hell just happened, 2 seconds ago with me just rambling on about me kicking his ass. It's a level 1 Odin who hasn't moved. I hope this video helped. He is an aggressive god. I suggest you stay on top of your opponents with that Prana assault, with that Frostbound hammer, and just dick on them. Just straight up dick on them, and just get in their head. Play mind games with them with your abilities. They're gonna, you going against an Odin, he's gonna drop down. You hit him with the 3, root him in place, and you pop, you just chunk him down. He'll start thinking twice about jumping in on you. That kind of stuff. He's aggressive. He can be a bully. I hope with the head cold that I was able to portray how awesome he is to play sometimes. Probably not, because the technical difficulties on top of the cold have been shit. I'm going to stop rambling. Hope this helped. Leave a like if it did. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below saying, hey, you're kind of weird when you're sick. Or just, I want this god next. Next week should be a guardian. So, hey, if you want a specific guardian, leave a comment below and I'll try to fit that in if I already haven't done them. And, as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.